Right, no, screw it, we're doing it. We're recording this one. What's good, my fellow peasants? How you all doing? I am embroiled with rage. Embroiled. I think that's the correct term to use here. Now, I said I wasn't going to do another one of these videos, and I truly believed it. I was going to treat this subject kind of like the bubonic plague, just a really dark period in history that we'll just move on from swiftly. But you know when something just triggers you so bad, you know, it's already got your levels up to here, you don't think it can get any higher, but then just somehow, plasterboard raining down from the ceiling. Now what I'm talking about is an advertising poster, the worst advertisement poster, banner, whatever the hell you want to call it, image that I have ever seen. Now I know what some of you are going to say, Pez, getting yourself worked up over a poster, just a picture. Really? Calm down, man. Calm down, but no, this is, I mean, I'm just gonna, what in the name of Doughballs is this? Whose side are you on? Angel face or devil face? What? It makes absolutely no sense. So yes, Final Fantasy 15 A New Empire, it is back, and it is somehow managing to exceed, excel, usurp the levels of shitness and just how diabolical and criminal this goddamn thing is. I mean, this poster here, oh, it's just so bad. I mean, even just before we go into the depth and as to why this is so bad, just even superficially looking at it, it's just so damn lame and tacky. I mean, having the two ladies back to back, obviously playing the old sex appeal card. Now, I know Final Fantasy 15, the original game, did it, but it's just, this is kind of one of those really tacky, lame mobile banners that you get. You know the one, you know, there'll be that elf lady with the low cut top, and it'll have the banner, "Ravage me, my lord," or "Enter this game at your own risk, no women allowed." You guys know the kind of really fucking tacky advertisements that when you look at it, you can just tell. You could just tell it's a scam game. You could just tell it's a rip-off, some sort of low-quality, just hack of a game. They're just trying to bait people in. But going into why this post in particular really triggers me, I mean, mostly because it just makes no goddamn sense. Whose side are you on? Naughty or nice? Good or evil? That's obviously the picture. And it just makes no sense, and it triggers me because Aranea, yes, I get she's a badass, but she is in no way, shape or form a villain in the game. I mean, just literally not at all. I mean, she was just as much a hero as Luna, really. In fact, I could say perhaps even more. No disrespect to Luna. You know, Luna did what she had to do. He paid her price. But Aranea by far has been more of the hero in the game than even Luna, especially because of episode Prompto. She's the one who's actually fighting demons. She's the one who's going out and helping Noctis and even joining the party. So by what measure? I mean, literally, she was part of the Niflheim Empire for one little section, and the reason why she was part of the Empire was because the Empire was in poverty and there were people dying, so she served in the military. So even the reason why she was in the military was a heroic reason. So to see this shit show of a banner, I mean, it's just so obvious that they don't know the game. And people have been saying this, that the developers who have been doing this, they don't actually know about the game. They started working on this before the actual release of 15, and because they're a third-party company, they weren't actually privy to the details of FF15, like the real story details. I mean, they've been saying that before the game came out, that they don't have a fucking clue. And when you play the game itself, it's clear none of it makes sense. Literally none of it makes any sense. I'm only raging this hard because this game is pushed me over the edge. It's pushed me over the limits of my fucking sanity. And I know some people don't seem to clock it yet. There's a lot of people who don't catch on yet. But for so many reasons that I can name, so many, this is the darkest moment in Final Fantasy history. There's a lot of people who don't believe that. There's some people who don't even believe that this is Square Enix doing this. Oh, it's got nothing to do with Square Enix. They're not the ones who published it. They probably don't even know anything about it, to be honest. No. That is some fucking grade A bullshit. I'm calling bullshit to that logic. You're just fucking stupid if you think that. Square Enix have been tweeting it, they've been Facebooking it, they've been endorsing it, they've been promoting it. And while I admit that during the FF15 universe, they've never actually mentioned A New Empire, so I admit there is some sort of standoff, like Square Enix haven't fully embraced it into the universe, but they're still endorsing it, and they're still the motherfuckers who sold one of their titles down the river to some third-party hackware mobile developer. So they sold out. So it's all on them. All on them. I don't give a shit what some third-party developer does. It's Square Enix. The rights begin and end with them. The buck stops with them, and only they can pass it on, and they have passed it on. And I mean, just going even further into this, what is even worse, what is even more funny and laughable about it, is the way they even have Titan behind Aranea, and they've kind of like made his eyes red to make, oh, he's the evil salmon. And then with lovely lady, they've got Leviathan, the holy water serpent, beautiful and graceful. And I mean, that just makes no fucking sense either. That's what's so funny about it, is Titan was actually kind of a good guy in the game. I say kind of because there is the whole Pios theory about Titan being the jailer, and that's up to you if you believe it or not. But if what he did to Eos, well, he's kind of a villain. But I mean, regardless of that, he was in every way, shape and form better than Leviathan. Man, Leviathan was a nutter in the game. Leviathan, I mean, literally even says in the book, Leviathan has the most hatred for humanity out of all of the Astrals, bar Ifrit. Obviously by Ifrit, but it really showed in the game. I mean, Leviathan was just straight out to kill Noctis and Luna. The way she spoke, she was like, you puny humans, you disgusting humans, you must... And she literally tried to eat Luna. Whereas Titan, I kind of feel his fight was not so much to like straight up kill Noctis, but make him prove himself. I mean, I get that. If I was Titan, I wouldn't be lending my power to some pussy. I would test him out first. Leviathan was by every shape a Mar villain. That's the point, guys. So the laughable irony is, while this advert is kind of trying to make a, ooh, what are you going to join, the good side or the bad side? Is this sexy? Actual irony is that it goes good guy, semi-good guy, good guy, bad guy. And yes, that is the case with Aranea. I still see some people say that she's an anti-hero. She ain't an anti-hero. She's a full hero, and you must have misinterpreted the story and her role. And that's the thing, Aranea's role was so involved in the story. She is our pretty much main female protagonist. Is anyone going to disagree with me there? Mad love for Luna, but the stage time versus Aranea's. And it does get to a point when, even though Square Enix say, this is your main female protagonist, if she's not there enough, and there's another female character who is playing a far more active role, at what point is the other person the main female protagonist? I would say that is the case with Aranea. And this poster just disrespects. The shit's all over that. But I mean, okay, it's just a poster, fine. I don't know what they're doing. There's not even an ounce of faithfulness to FF15. I mean, it's no faithfulness to the game whatsoever. And to have a publicly endorsed mobile game that is just so disconnected, such a pile of shit. It's bad, guys. I mean, it's just really bad. The game's just a cash grab. The server mergers are just criminal. I've even had more people since the weeks that it's been out come to me, go, oh, Pez, I was actually wrong. Because I even had people come to me and argue, say, I didn't have a server merger. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're over-exaggerating things to do with 15 and New Empire. It's actually quite a fun game, Pez. And I said to him, wait until you get a server merger. And they've been doing some more. And then they come calling back, oh, I was actually wrong. I don't know why, but I have this real urge to oppose this game, like more vehemently than I ever have felt with any game ever. I don't know why. And it's just because of how sleazy and conny the whole thing is. And if you still don't believe it, then all you got to go is look at the App Store. That's the App Store right now. That's the reviews. 5-star. 5-star out of 4,800 reviews. Now, when I came out and said that they'd got a Chinese company to write fake reviews, and this was kind of supported because people who could even translate Japanese were actually saying that they were completely using everything grammatically wrong, like it wasn't their native language. Things like using the word cool, but in Japanese it actually means cool as in cold, and just stupid, like obvious mistakes like that that just show it's so clearly a fake review. These reviews were all over the place, but now it's even more clear as goddamn day. If anyone for a split second feels like those aren't bots, that the review Autobots have rolled out, I mean, then you're just stupid. I mean, at that point, there is no way. If you look at any of the trailers, 90% dislike ratio, 95% in some places. If you even go into the game itself, people are saying how shit it is. And they're actually playing the game. So there is not a chance in hell that these reviews are at all true. 5-star. I mean, jeez. At least make it less obvious. Really, 5-star. Do you think anyone's going to believe that? that we're that stupid, Square Enix. And I know Square Enix aren't the ones who have done this auto-botting, but I don't give a shit. They know it's happened, and if their community staff aren't clued enough, know that auto... Because, I mean, to me, this is criminal. To me, this shit should literally be criminal. This should be illegal, because this is mis-selling 101 when you give everyone an impression that this is a 5-star title. How is that not misleading? And that's not even the App Store that's doing it. There are other App Stores that are obviously just as fake, which is from 128,000 reviews, which, of course, they're going to have a much harder time to bot over. But they certainly have flooded. This is actually where a lot of those Japanese comments are obviously fake. Even that is too high a score. Even that is not enough red to reflect truly and accurately. I mean, I'm around the fan base enough. I talk to enough groups and I talk to enough people. There is no one who likes this game. I've only had, out of the thousands of people who message me support, I hate this game, thank you for calling it out, there was one or two max, one in every maybe couple hundred, who was still thick enough to say that this wasn't a cash grab. And yes, I'm getting to that stage now where I'm going to call anyone who says it isn't thick, because you're just thick as shit. I mean, if this isn't, then what the hell is? What the hell is? I'm done, I'm out, I'm just... Square Enix, you have to pull the plug on this one. Whatever the reason this came into existence, you know, whatever reason you sold the integrity of, you know, Final Fantasy 15 down the pan, you know, I kind of felt you were selling the integrity a bit with things like Cup Noodle, you know, and Camping Gear with the branded, and, you know, you walk into a store and it had MasterCard advertising thing, you know, something that, you know, some people say it breaks the immersion, they hate it, but I sat there and made excuses for. I was kind of agreeing, yeah, you're selling your integrity, but this is just taking a big steaming turd on whatever integrity this game had left. It's gone. Because, I mean, I don't want to say this ruins 15, but it kind of does. This kind of puts a sour taste in my mouth because, you know, this is a product, this is Square Enix, this is the whole thing, and to feel like they've sold a portion of it to make a quick buck. In the words of the Scottish mother who went viral for telling her kids off for having a dump.
Disgusting!
Every developer can create a shit game. Every developer can create just a real derpy, one that's even just criminally bad. Every franchise has them. They just happen. This is something entirely different. This is on a whole nother level. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking out. The fuck is that? Whose side are you on? I just had to get the rant off my chest. I love ranting to you guys. So if you hate the rant videos, they make me feel better. Until the next video. Goodbye!